Hi guys, Donna here with your weekly mini reading for August 25th to September 1st, 2024. Wow, I can't believe we're at the end of August already. I hope you guys had a great week, that you were able to work in the energies of the full moon that we had. It was pretty powerful. We're still in retrograde, but we're on the way out. Mercury should go direct on Wednesday. Then we're in the shadow period for a few weeks, but then we start eclipse energy, so everything is still going to be kind of disruptive as with communications and how we communicate. So just remember to try to breathe, try to stay calm. This week it's going to be really hot where I am in Indiana, so remember to hydrate, remember to take care of yourself, and remember that you're important and that you need to take care of you, and allow yourself time to just relax in some way. As again, during Mercury in retrograde, it's the relax, rejuvenate, remind yourself of what is important to you, and then, recalibrate yourself. So last week we had Power, Romance, and Music from the Healing with the Angel cards by Doreen Virtue. We had Put Your Creative Energy into Action from Radley Valentine's Sort of Light, St. Michael. And we had Dreams of Abundance from the Abundance Angels. So I hope you were able to work in those energies, where there was the Power card. Were you able to empower yourself or others last week? What kind of music did you listen to? Were you getting messages through the music? Were you asking for signs? Because when we ask for signs, we usually receive them. And were you dreaming of abundance? Because that's kind of a part of the full moon too, illuminating where we need to look to generate new creative ideas, which is put your creative energy into action. So maybe some of you decided to start writing in a journal, or you made cookies, or you decided that you were going to take up some kind of art or taking a class, whatever it was. Even if it was just coloring in a coloring book, putting your creative energy into action allows you to get that energy flowing. And our affirmation was, there is no magic like mine. There is no magic like mine, from the positive affirmation deck that I use. So we're going to call in St. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel, and see what they have for us this week. Whoa, very quickly. 2 popped out. Let's see if we have, and there's our 3rd. So they're really active, really, really active this week. So the first card that comes out is Freedom. Then we have Children, and finally we have Balance. So when the Freedom card shows up, as I've always said, when freedom shows up, it usually has to do with us feeling restricted in some way, right? And Mercury in retrograde has been very challenging for a lot of us. I know it has for me, especially with computers, with my phone not working, with the not being able to connect to Wi-Fi, all of those frustrations that come along with working in an electronic age. But I always remember that I'm free. I'm free to have my own thoughts. I'm free to be able to choose not to get upset about it, And so using the Freedom card this week, where is it you feel restricted and that you need to set yourself free? Because really, you have all kinds of freedom. And even though it feels very restrictive right now in our country, the truth is we do have a lot of freedoms, and we need to continue to maybe focus on the freedoms that we do have, so that we can expand that energy and go towards what it is that we want this nation to become again. Right? Let freedom ring. Remember, we the people have the power. So it's all about freedom this week. Then we have Children. So when the Children card comes up, it's usually about inner child work. Where does your little girl or your little boy feel restricted? Because again, it goes next to the Freedom card, right? Did you feel restricted when you were a child? Did you feel like you were never heard, that your voice was never heard, that you were supposed to be present but not say anything? As we grew up in a time when our parents, children were to be seen but not heard, kind of thing. Also, in the children card, it can mean getting in touch with our own inner child. It can also mean our physical children. Some of us have children going off to college, and now we have empty nest. We don't have our child there like we did before, and we're kind of we are feeling kind of free from that, but at the same time we're still feeling kind of sad because we're not used to the change. But it will happen in time. So give yourself some grace. Look at your children. Where do your children need you? Do they need you to be strong? Do they need you to empower them to be independent, to allow them to grow their wings and fly? So it's really about inner child work, feeling like you can do things that you did as a kid, but also watching our little ones grow up and then go off into the world. It's kind of like when you have them at home and then they go into kindergarten, into the school system, and then they go through 12 years of that, and then all of a sudden they have to get up and actually move away, and there's that sense of loss that we feel because it's never going to be the same, but it's going to be better, right? So looking where you might feel restricted as a kid, looking at your inner child, reassuring it that everything's going to be okay. How can you get in touch with the inner child? What can you do to play this week? And then finally, there's the balance card. And that's really important because we want to maintain our balance of work, of personal, of our time. Where do you need to rebalance your life? And there's that card again, right? From Mercury in retrograde. Rebalance. Are you allowing yourself time for you? Can you carve out 15 minutes for you each day to rebalance yourself? Maybe that means meditation. Maybe that means going for a walk. Maybe it's in the evening after dinner that you go outside, sit in nature, allow yourself to think about your day. Maybe you want to take 3 wonderful things that happened in your day and start there and go, wow, this was a great day. What was the best thing that happened to me today? And start to ask yourself that each day. Maybe jot it down and see if there's a pattern that emerges. But remember, balance is all about allowing ourselves to not get overwhelmed in frenzy, trying to just stay balanced and even, on an even keel. So through the balance, we're able to get in touch with our inner child and help our children stay balanced so that they too feel free, like we're looking for freedom, right? Everybody can be free, but it has to do with the balance. Now we're going to call in St. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel again to see what St. Michael has for us today. Let's see. Here we go. And the cards. Okay. Here we go. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. So there's that RE word again, reflect. So this is a week of reflection. This is a week where we need to think about and contemplate what it is we want to do as we move forward into the fall, right? We're coming to the end of the summer. We're coming up on Labor Day next weekend. I can't even believe it. And then before we know it, it'll be Halloween, and then we'll be at the end of the year. So right now it's staying in the moment. Right now it's looking for those deeper insights. And notice it's an 8. So this is also about abundance because August is an abundance month because it's the 8th month. So anywhere where you can see abundance, where you can sit and reflect upon what it is you want. If you have a plan, reflect on that plan, sit with it, and go all the way out to where you think it might come to fruition and see how that feels and looks. And you can integrate that into your life in some positive and productive way. Okay? And let's see about our abundance angels. Okay, guys. Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel, St. Michael. Oh, the power of prayer. Give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. Okay, so this is going to be a week of people getting their prayers answered, of looking for the miracles that are in your life and that are coming to you. Maybe that's what you need. You need a miracle this week. And part of it has to do with something that you've been contemplating doing, right? And God is giving you the answer. You will get signs. You can get signs through music. You can get signs through the sky. You can get signs from other people. You can get signs from listening to this message. Maybe what you're saying is, I've been praying for an answer, Father. Well, this is your answer to prayer. Your prayers have been heard, and now they're going to be answered. So when we give situations over to God to take care of and let go of our need to control, things end up turning out better than we could possibly imagine. So this is saying that you're being uplifted and you're being healed. So be open to miracles in some capacity in your life, and allow yourself to know that no matter how dire it is, you have been praying and your prayers have been answered. So through your prayers, you're able to go into that deeper insight of reflection, right? Have the balance you need to get in touch with what your little one really wants to do, and feel the freedom that is what you have now. So let's see what our affirmation for the week is going to be. Let's see here. Wow, this is really good reading. I'm liking this very much. Okay. I have to put on my glasses for this one. I am and have always been more than enough. Yeah. I am and always have been more than enough. So this is going to be a week of reminding ourselves that we're more than enough, that we love ourselves more, that we're going to get in touch with not only our little inner child, but ourself, and really reflect on that. I am and have always been more than enough. So if you felt like you haven't been enough in some capacity, then know that this is a time to affirm to yourself, I am enough. I am more than enough. I've always been more than enough. Other people have made me feel small, but this is the week that I'm going to feel tall, that I'm going to expand, that I'm going to step into my light. I'm going to really reflect that light back. And I'm not going to let anybody make me feel small, right? I am enough, and I'm going to embrace it. I am and have always been more than enough. Just keep affirming that to yourself. And know that as you do that, you start to feel your yellow center expanding. That power card from last week comes in, the power angels, being able to empower others. By knowing that you're enough, you're able to encourage others to know that they're enough too, and they've always been enough, and that they're loved, and that it's important. They're important. Whatever it is they're doing, they're important. They're important because they're here now and exist on this planet. That means they have a reason and a purpose. We may not always understand it, but we know that they have a reason and a purpose. And so I feel like my job is to encourage others to understand that and to know and embrace whatever their dreams are, so that we can make those dreams come true. So I hope you like this mini reading. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, please hit the notification bell and the subscribe button, and you will see me each week on Mondays. I hope you guys have a great week, and don't forget, you're always on my Reiki Radar. See you in September.